In our next part of the symposium. So our next presenter is Dr. Valery Korneyev, and he will tell us about revisiting Tachiniscidae, the very cool subfamily of Tephritoids.
Добрий день всім. Hello everybody. Okay, I'm gonna start. Well, this is not a report. F5. Just a moment. This is it. Actually, this is not a report on completed scientific work or project, but rather notes on revisiting the group which Al Norbom and I revised almost 20 years ago. Since then, some important things have been discovered, and now many of our conclusions need to be reconsidered. While organizing the CDFA collection, Severin found some new species which changed our idea of what this taxon is. And the talk of Kit Bayliss and Al Norbom you have heard today coincided with our conclusions. So, actually, Tachiniscidae are bizarre flies. The type species of the type genus of the family, Tachiniscidae was described based on several specimens collected by a butterfly trading company of Staudinger in South America in the end of the 19th century. These were big bumblebee mimicking flies, otherwise having all characters of the Tephritoids. The long frontal setae and broken subcostal wing, and along with that, long vibrissae and many other uncommon features, so immediately Curtis established a new monotypic family for it. But time is going on, and new taxa assigned to this family were described based mainly on unique or rare collection specimens. These were Carpenter bee mimic Bibundia hermanni and Bibundia fenestrata, both from Central Africa. And then wasp-like Tachiniscidae africana, all from the Afrotropical region, later they were assigned to Tachiniscidae. Other species looked to be quite typical Tephritoids and were described in that family Tephritoidea. 12 species of the Far East, from the Far East, China, Japan, Mountain, Vietnam, were described in the genus Orthalotripeta or in closely related Sciaforma. In 1994, Al Norbom described also a neotropical Neorthalotripeta generally resembling Chinese Orthalotripeta, and Dominican amber fossil species Protorthalotripeta grimaldi was also assigned to Tephritoidea. All of them looked exactly as Tephritoids. In 1999, I proposed a hypothesis that all these genera have very strong similarity in the structure of the ovipositor. You can see it here. And proposed to lump them all into one family group, or one family group taxon. But once most of them had all diagnostic characters of Tephritoidea, they got subfamily status, and became a subfamily Tachiniscidae of the Tephritoidea. After that, even more genera were discovered and described. For instance, Argentinian Agnitrena igniceps, an enigmatic neotropical genus Ischyropteran nigricaudatum bigot, which was then known only from a headless female type specimen. And then an Australian Aleosutra australica. Furthermore, even a new genus and a new species from Vietnam, known to me only from a photograph once sent to me by Toyohi Saigusa from Japan. I have never seen this species. Actually, nothing but the pictures. And as I told before, in 1999, I postulated that all the genera now assigned to Tachiniscidae form a monophyletic group, and all share at least one synapomorphy, namely ovipositor with dorso-apical opening, a versible membrane armed with ventral spines, and apically pointed oculeus, as you can see here. Since one's Babundia species is known to be a parasite in Saturniidae caterpillar, according to Roberts, 1969, the type of this ovipositor is believed to be an adaptation for ovipositing into caterpillar bodies. All Tachiniscidae are believed to be caterpillar parasites and differ from any other Tephritoids, which are either saprophagous or phytophagous. They were supposed to be a sister group of other Tephritoids, on the contrary to the opinion of Frank McAlpine, who considered them to be a sister group of Purgotids, which all are parasitoids. Actually, the Tephritoidea, other than Tachiniscidae, share a bulged greater ampulla. This is an interesting structure. For instance, here you can see it shown by the arrows. A greater ampulla, a special scleroid at wing base, which is known only in Tephritoids and Calliphorids. Other Tephritoidea, such as Eulidiidae, Platystomatidae, and Purgotidae, do not have the greater ampulla. This character supports monophily of Tephritoidea, including Bluepharomorini, Adermini, Dacini, and Tephritini lineages, but without Tachiniscidae. The possibility is that Tachiniscidae are a sister group of Tephritoidea or of Purgotidae was believed to be almost equivocal, if not to take into account that both these groups are parasitoids. In any case, the Tachiniscidae are the basalmost lineage. It certainly deserves restitution of its family rank and exclusion from the Tephritoidea. For the taxonomic and nomenclature decision, results of the multi-gen or genomic phylogeny sister group were required. Today, Keith and Alan clearly showed that in their talks that Tachinicides are a sister group of Purgatids. So we have all the reasons to retain them family rank, but with much more taxa included then. The genus Sapedrama, recently discovered by Steve Marshall in Vietnam, was originally assigned to Tephritoidea. Xiaolin Chen, with co-authors, provided a morphology plus molecular-based phylogenetic analysis and demonstrated that Sapedrama do not belong to the Adramini, but instead might be related to Orthotripita and Sciaforma of the Tachiniscidae, as here also. Sapedrama possesses the ovipositor with apidorsal opening of the Elvis cape, ventral spinose aversible membrane, and the acute aculeus, and certainly belongs to the Tachiniscidae. Identification of material deposited in the collection of CDFA in Sacramento by Severin recently revealed discovery and description of 2 additional previously announced species related to Sapedrama or belonging to Sapedrama. Sapedrama and its relatives do not have either the greater ampulla or the fine setulae on the anatergite, which are present in a superficially very similar ichneumosoma and other adramines. It certainly belongs to Tachiniscidae, finally. Surprisingly, another character discovered in Sapedrama and its relatives, namely the sclerotized subcercal plate, here you can see the red arrows, was known to occur only in the genus Nosferatumaia, known so far only from males. Females of Nosferatumaia are unknown, and its placement to Tachiniscidae was tentative before Sapedrama was described. With the discovery of Sapedrama, Nosferatumaia finally has found its place in the puzzle of the Tachiniscidae. Phylogenetic relationships within the family are now reanalyzed based on the morphological characters from Korneyev and Norbom 2006, with addition of new taxa and new characters of genitalia. Formerly monotypic family Tachiniscidae now includes about 25 species, and with adding another bizarre neotropical genus, Ceratodacus, which has been shown to belong in the lineage in today's talk of Norbom, altogether 15 genera. 2 main lineages corresponding to Tachinicinae and Orthotripidinae are apparently monophyletic. Morphological diversity of Tachinicinae, as was shown in the beginning, is extremely high. It corresponds with the late Oligocene or early Miocene age of Tachinicinae. Several lineages deserve tribal status, but this depends on the proven monopoly. However, very few fresh materials are available to obtain, a reliable molecular phylogeny. And finally, pattern of geographical distribution is in common Because in Asia, the Sapodrama artalotripydia and Vietnamese Tachiniscidae are restricted to subtropics of Sichuan, Yunnan, and mountain territories, where the tertiary relics occur, but not in the typically tropical parts of Oriental region. And the rest are distributed in Australia and South America. No reliable hypothesis can be proposed to explain this distribution. We believe that we've found field studies, the further field studies and discoveries will bring new material despite the Nagoya Protocol, and the puzzle of its phylogeny and evolution will be completed with further molecular phylogeny. This work was done with the support of the Philip Schwartz Initiative in the Museum for Naturkunde Berlin, and I think Rudolf Meyer and the museum staff for their assistance and help. Thank you. Thank you for supporting my country, and Slava Ukraini.
Thank you very much. Do you have any questions about this wonderful talk? Yeah, please.
So yesterday, Martin showed us sarcophagid mimic. And some of these, the early ones, are really look like Tachiniscidae, grossly. Any speculation, I mean, if they're doing their parasitology, any speculation on, why they look like that?
Almost all this talk is speculation. That's the main difference from wonderful molecular talks which began this day. But I'm pretty sure they are bee mimic and wasp mimic, both colored traits and tachinicides. That's not the reason for this. Maybe because they occur in the same localities. They must occur together with the species they are mimicking.
Any more questions?